Hello everyone, welcome to building the ultimate Matchbox car collection. My name is Tyrone, and do you want to go on a time warp? Because I've found a time capsule in the form of Matchbox cars. This was a local purchase right here in Perth, although a few hours in the car, but we can sustain those efforts, can't we, for prizes like this? This is a very old collection. How are we going to do this? I don't want to reveal everything because it's one of those shows, isn't it? If you like the look of these, you can make yourself a cuppa, sit back in your favourite chair and enjoy. I'll just start pulling them out one by one and we'll get to everything. Some of these things are in really good nick. Some of these things are a little less so. This one is the Citroen. I'm thinking most of these are from the early to mid 70s. Some are from before that, amazingly. So yeah, the Citroen SM first up, and a little Lotus Europa, that's right. We'll cruise on through these fairly quickly because they're not quite chock-a-block, they're not quite full, but there's a lot of interesting stuff, and I don't want to take up an entire hour of your day, so let's cruise. A little bit play worn. I have a lot of these in immaculate condition, but like this one, this is the first time I've had this little old Lambo. Still works. I mean, I'm not going to say it runs well. One owner, little old lady that only took it to church on Sundays, but you know, I've never held one in my hand, so I'm so thrilled to get it. Seat warmer or not, it's a thrill. Got a couple of these. I'll have to check what colour the interior of mine is. This is the Griffo. Wonderful. And a BP tanker. That's classic Lesney. And I have a few of this in really good condition, so this might be on its way to Thailand for a restoration, so Brian can keep that one if he wishes. Actually, maybe by the time this video airs, it would have already been restored, so check out Brian's diecast Thailand. He does really good resto work. This one is in pretty good nick, so this won't be going anywhere for anything. Team Matchbox. What did they call that? It's from 1973. Whoa. Yeah, just Team Matchbox. Got ourselves a stretcher fetcher in pretty good nick, but not mint. The door is intact, although slightly age worn or discoloured. No biggie. This fella, quite a common sight, isn't it, in these older collections. Super 7 from Lotus, usually with the windshield missing. This is not a Matchbox, although I thought it was when I first picked it up. It's a little whiz wheels from Corgi Juniors. You can tell by the whiz wheels, but yeah, I saw it and thought, ah, yes, but no. Speaking of foreigners, look at this. First time my tired eyes have come across a Schuko Polizei Mercedes. Don't know anything about this, apart from what's on the bottom. It is a Schuko, made in Germany. Yeah, like Matchbox used to be made in England. Majorette used to be made in France. Schuko used to be made in Germany. So really nice to have something extraordinary in the collection. Don't know anything about it, but I'm sure I'll find out in the coming days. This is a random trailer to a Mercedes truck. Canopy comes off. All of these are a little bit dirty because they were toys. They were somebody's toys for a very long time, I'm sure. A very long time ago. This one's had its motor blown out. This is probably on its way to Tasmania. But again, by the time this video airs, it's probably already in Tasmania with KC. 3D Metal Mania is another fantastic car restorer. Check him out. He's one of the best in the business. And I wonder what he'll do with this one. Or indeed if he's already got it by the time this video airs, I wonder what he did with it. This needs a bit of attention, but I'm going to leave it. One of the holy grail pieces for me. They're calling it the Hot Rod Draguer. Never ever had one, and this is the closest to a nice one, an example in good condition I've ever had. So a little upgrade that will happily stay here in Perth. This casting's been around forever, but they always change the sticker on the side. This one's Swinging London, Carnaby Street. Wheels are a bit dinged, but that'll happily go in my collection. A few corgis here, don't know anything about them. It's either missing a door or never had a door, who knows. It might be designed that that door is in the open position. I don't know. Made in Great Britain. We'll do a couple more non-matchboxy ones. This is another Corgi Wheels. Very good condition. Doesn't even need much of a clean-up. Beach buggy. You know, these days, if you see things in capital letters, it means they're shouting it, don't they? If you get a text or an email and it's all capitals, it means the sender was quite angry. This one's missing the interior. Lamborghini Mazel. And we'll do one more corgi and we'll skip the rest because that's not what I collect. Ancient looking Loadmaster, Super Loadmaster, if you don't mind, from Corgi. And is that a tyre fryer? Yeah, tyre fryer. I think we've all seen a tyre fryer. And we've got a couple of, this is a banged up Majorette BMW 325i. That will go in the scrapyard scene that I'm yet to build. And this isn't Matchbox, it's another Corgi Juniors Whiz Wheels. And this peculiar looking thing from another Corgi Bedford bus with the Boac livery. So we'll put that aside. That's our first layer. Pininfarina. I can never get that word out. Gee, what happened to the steering wheel? Don't drive angry. That might need some adjusting. Scoot that over. And the forklift. I was surprised to see everything intact on the forklift. See, there's a couple of moving parts, tilts, and it goes up and down. I used to couple that everybody used to couple that in play with the Bedford or the Transit truck, didn't they, with a little plastic crate on the back. I've got a wreck truck without the hooks. The Tojo, that's right. Bit loosey-goosey on those hooks, or those booms, but that's alright. Run of the mill here. The Super Cooper. How could I forget that name? And we have this one. The Alpha Caribou. Okay. I don't recognise that as alpha. And we've got a couple of Tanzarus, seemingly identical. Fairly good nick. As we crowd out the table, we'll do a bit of a sweep around when I'm done. And I've got the blue shark. It's been rolled a few times out racing. It's missing its engine, so a little slower these days, I'm sure. And we've got a drag car in pink. Poor fella's been scraped on his head a few times. Get rid of that. I always forget to take that down, don't I? It wreaks havoc with our focus. And we've got a very sketchy mob here. I don't know how we're going to do this. Let's back up a second. Step back for a better view. Go down just a touch. There we go. That's a better view. We'll take this first briefcase off the desk. They're both the same. And we'll just quickly scooch through these because I don't think there's a Matchbox on this tray. We've got this strange looking thing from Corgi Juniors. Quite a bit of weight there. Road roller of some sort. And a peculiar Land Rover Towie. Strange purple. And this one I don't know anything about. Data? Made in West Germany. Know what that's about. Series 10 beach buggy. And it's a pullback. So, really peculiar. Still works from whatever year it was. Hong Kong Porsche 935. Sort of a no brand. Or maybe Hong Kong is what everybody refers to it as. This one. It's Corgi Junior, but not a lot of other detail. Missing its chrome, but it's a curious little thing. And slightly off scale. Morris Mini Miner, made in Great Britain. Corgi Toys. Gee, that's seen some action. Gee, they got that steering wheel right, didn't they? So that's that one. I don't know anything about this guy. He kind of is the car, isn't he? Probably gets a little hot on his stomach there. But that to me, it's got metal on the bottom. What else? Can't read that. Maybe you can. Is that Hong Kong? I think so. But these wheels are 70s Hot Wheels, I think. And his head moves. Hello. So I'll have to do some research into that. Random Porsche. Nice colour, but Tootsie Toys, this one. Tootsie Toy. And I thought this was a BMW that I'd never seen before in Matchbox, but it is not. Hope's dashed that I found something that I'd never seen before in my beloved Matchbox. Mercedes from Corgi. This is quite a heavy car. Corgi rockets. And yep. One last one for this thing. Slammed. I'd say it's buggered. what do we know about this? Corgi Juniors. Yeah. Ford F350 truck. So yeah, that's the first case. And happily, I think everything in here is Matchbox. So back to the regular programming. And what a way to kick off the second case. Alva Stalwart. I have the military version of this, and this is just the BP Exploration in need of a bit of cleanup after driving through endless miles of Antarctic wilderness looking for oil, no doubt. Better condition finally in the Fire Chief. I got this one at a convention last year, but with the regular wheels. And Ford Galaxy, the Fire Chief behind the wheel. Sweet. And some really old stuff. Look at this, Mercedes truck. Now this should have scaffolding in the back, but it is missing. In fact, it's called the scaffolding truck. And we've got a horse float. No GGs in it today. Super old, although that casting has been around for decades. They carried it through and through, didn't they? This old fella. The GMC tipper truck, 1970. Whoa. It's a 71 release, I'm guessing. Damn good year. Some fine stuff came out of 71. It's a nice old truck. England, Lesney. And this fella, glad to finally get one of the originals. Land Rover Safari, number 12. That's what all of our power grabs and things are based on, with all that gear on the roof. It's very light, very thin metal and windows. Got ourselves an old fire engine. Not sure what to make of all that stuff on the back. Kind of reeled up hose. Strange way to lug it. Bit of that die-cast rot setting into this one. But fire pumper truck number 29. Lovely old thing. And check this out. Moving parts. How's that for moving parts? The old Mustang. What are they doing to me? They're just calling it the Mustang. Patent number. It's probably regarding the moving part. Needs a clean up, but I'll keep that in original condition. Really nice to have. First one of its kind in this collection. Got a stake truck. I had a bull here somewhere. I don't think it was original to this. I don't think this came with anything, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, just stake truck. Ancient, and this one's had a few rollovers at Le Mans. Even the driver's fed up. Look at that. Whoa. Nice. Maybe there's some replacement tyres I can source for that. And we've got a site, what did they call this? Site hut truck. Oh yeah, there it is. Site hut truck. Little hut comes off. You need somewhere to have your lunch while you're on site. Have it in there. That's the fifth tray of the 8 I have to show you. Got a bunch of trailers coming up. These all came with various things. I think that came with the tractor, and it had a couple of plastic bales. That's a same as that one, isn't it? For the Mercedes trucks. And there is a Mercedes truck They came with canopies and another, throw in another truck for you. Refrigerator truck. Better close those doors. So, yeah. As we rapidly run out of room, usually happens, I'll put those over the back. So yeah, the condition on these are heavily play-worn in some instances, but in others, miraculously, pretty good condition. Mercury. A couple of hour wells in the back. Odd thing to put on the bonnet of a car. They didn't always get it in centre, but there's no way of correcting that, so just leave it be. And another one in pretty good condition. These must have been the prized pieces of the owner's collection, I think. You can always tell they're favourites because they were looked after better. As I will do. Got the flying bug, I think that's what they called them. Yeah, the flying bug. Wonder how many times that flew across the room. And this ancient little fella, I didn't even think this was a Matchbox because the base is plastic. But Matchbox it is, 1969, can you believe it? Iron Fairy Crane. 1969. An older sibling's toy, passed down perhaps. Not quite in keeping with the rest of the stuff in this box. This one's a bit funky on the condition. Stingaroo, is that right? I forget the strange names they put on everything back then. Got a dragster, minus its plastic thing to prop it up. My one, I think I've got the bright yellow base and the green base. This is a different coloured base. And I've got the bins, Mercedes-Benz ambulance. Very tarnished base, but that's not going anywhere. These are very highly prized. This is a little Mazda, maybe. Yep, Mazda RX 500, the opening part. And another Lotus. See, I was saying about wherever he is in the crowd there he is. It's often they come minus the windshield, just like this one. But one of each in that condition. So that's that tray, and two more trays to show you. This one, the Greyhound coach. You're tricking me today. Yeah, they just call it the coach. Such a famous livery, isn't it? The old Greyhound bus in every movie ever. This one, sadly, missing the doors. Bit of rough play, I'm sure. But this is the Pontiac GP Sports Coupe. Again, that one is not going anywhere. Sadly, the doors are missing, but still. Ancient little fella. Combine harvester. Again, Matchbox carried that on for decades. Not sure why, but what do you do? Little motorcycle trailer, minus the motorcycles, or indeed the motorcycles. Honda on the side. Gee, table full. This one's missing some stuff. I think this had some pipes on the back. Another seat warmer, but that's okay. DAF. Might be one of the first DAFs Matchbox did, or Lesney did. And we've got a little Jeep. I've got this with different wheels on it. So this is a later version to the one I have. Somebody's gnawed that back wheel. Couple of old classics. Quite a common casting, this one. Just says Lincoln Continental. I can't remember what model, what year. When does it say? Doesn't. No. It's old. They're all old. Another truck. Last truck. This old fella. Piper truck. Okay, so that might have been the older version of that. Probably. And look at this. I got a couple of one in exactly this colour in mint condition months ago off my dealer. This one just play worn, but that'll happily go in the collection next to the others I have of it. Very nice piece. And this fella here, remarkable condition. I'm always nervous about opening and closing doors, but I like to do it just the once. Mercedes 230 SL. Super fast. One of the first super fast from Matchbox ever. And last rack. Check this out. I have the BP one, now I have the SO one. Beautiful old truck. Ford heavy wreck truck. Complete with hook, which is really unusual. And a little bit older, the Dozer. Amazingly, those tracks are intact. Case tractor, something or other, case tractor. Canopy pops on and off. Usually lost to the garden, but not this time. Great to have. And what are we calling this? This is similar to another casting in here. This is just the tipper container truck. So, canopy. Does that open? You'd think it would, but it doesn't. Again, nice to have a complete vehicle. Not in pristine condition, but gee, not bad, is it? Not bad at all. Moving right along to something more old and crazy old, really. 8-wheel crane. All the wheels are there, otherwise it'd be a 7-wheel crane. The boom goes all the way around, but nothing up or down. It weren't that sophisticated back then, but pretty good neck. It never had windows or interior, by the way. This one didn't have an interior, but does have windows. The working bit still works. The wheel tyres don't want to stay on, but they are present. The old dump truck. Closing in on the last ones now, but I've got the Ford pickup. Can't remember what that is missing, but I believe something clipped on the back. I'll have to look it up. Wonderful old car. Scooch on over, folks, there's more coming. I've got a tractor minus the front tyres. Just Ford tractor on the base. Pretty good neck, so hopefully I'll find some tyres to go with that. And yeah, so old they just don't want to sit. Got a hovercraft propeller still there. That's normally the first thing that goes. And a trailer missing its boat. It had a little blue and white boat on it at one point, but not today. These things normally get snapped off in rough play, but they're intact. And a couple of little gems. This is way out of whack for this collection. Not sure how it survived or even got there in the first place, but it's in pretty good condition. Little Porsche. And the final two are beauties. Bit play worn, this one. Love those opening parts of that era. Silver Shadow. And Lucky Last is an absolute pearler. Look at this. Again, opening boot. Lovely old thing. Well, what a trip down memory lane, eh? And I mean, some of these weren't around. I wasn't even born when this one was released. I wasn't even sure that it was a Matchbox when I saw it yesterday. But it is, and now it is in the collection of probably the original year or close to it. Maybe, I think it was a 69 copyright, so maybe the first 5 years of the company's existence. There it is, and happily now in my collection. So we did a little pan around. And that's the whole kit and caboodle, folks. I hope you really enjoyed this trip. Fantastic. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.